episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion,
T-Boogie, man.
to the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Welcome, everybody out there in La La Land watching the NBA Finals. But you better have one eye on Gas Presents Sports for the Culture because it's that time again. And you know I'm here, Scruff Lion. I'm your host for the evening. Let me go ahead and introduce the fellas, the gang. Top right.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. my mama's favorite gas panelist. I was just telling y'all, man, before we hopped on live, you love to see when it's an NBA Finals and one guy decides he's taking it into his own hands. Giannis coming for that MVP right now, and I love to see it.
Yeah, well, like I said, man, if anyone that on the Bucks won MVP that wasn't Giannis, I'd be a little disappointed. So he's playing like he should. Bottom center.
Yeah.
Bottom left.
Yeah.
Bottom left.
Yeah, man. I'll take center, man, because I'm feeling like Giannis tonight, man. I'm coming for that MVP. It's your boy Young Rome 22. If you don't already know, you can check the bottom left corner for the Instagram and Twitter name. But let's get into it, fellas, man. Let's have some fun tonight.
All right. Bet. And last but not least, we got a late addition to the panel. Bottom left. Introduce yourself.
What's up, America? It's your boy, D-Malo Ragu, and I'm not Chuck. I make no guarantees. So let's see how these finals playoffs.
Yeah, that's right, man. Only thing guaranteed is death and a funeral or something like that. But yeah, fellas, let's get into it, man. We in here. We let's talk about this NBA, man, because right now it's the NBA Finals, man. We all got one eye tuned to the NBA Finals, man, and right now we're happy because Giannis is playing. We got the NBA's quote-unquote MVP for the past 2 seasons, and now we got a full healthy team on both sides. I'm excited for the finals, man. How y'all feeling? What y'all seen so far? Any early predictions? Let's talk finals.
Let's get it. I mean, early predictions, like I said, to start the show, Giannis like he taking things in his own hands. I love to see it. I don't like that boy playing with him at all. My bad if I keep looking around, man. I just got a little puppy. This little guy crazy, man. So I got to keep one eye open. But, yeah, Giannis taking things into his own hands. You love to see it. I'm going predictions. I'm leaning towards the Bucks, man. I've been leaning towards the Bucks since this matchup started. I would love to see Chris Paul get one, but I think Giannis is just – he's in his prime right now, bro. When you got a guy in his prime, it's hard to stop. Devin Booker is a dog. I'm not sure he entered his prime just yet. I think he still got a little more to go.
Okay, so we got one for the Bucks. I know T at home, he's already picking the Bucks, so we already know where that's at. G, I feel like you're a person that's pretty impartial, so I'd like to hear your opinion.
I'm gonna say Bucks in 4.
What?
Yeah, Bucks in 4.
Impartial.
I'm not partial whatsoever.
Man, came with the broom. Came late with the broom.
I'm saying you got to get the broom, man. Just bought one from the Dollar Tree. So, yeah, we're taking brooms out. And I think it's 4, straight up and down.
Yeah, well, one thing about the home essentials that you buy from the Dollar Tree, they typically don't last that long, so I don't expect your prediction to last very long because the Suns are actually going to win tonight's game, so it's not possible it's going to be a sweep because the Suns are going to win tonight, and I'll make my prediction. I think the Suns are going to win the series, man. I like the Suns in 7. I think Chris Paul is going to take his team to the promised land, like the promised land, not just the bridge of the promised land. He's going to take them all the way across the bridge to the new land, the new king of the Iron Throne, Chris Paul. That's what I'm saying. I got Chris Paul and the Suns winning. I got Chris Paul in the championship. I got them winning it all. Rome, what you think, man?
Man, I agree with UNG to an extent. I got the Suns winning tonight, but then I got the Bucks getting four straight after that, man. Give Giannis a little bit more time to get all the way back, and I think this is kind of a wrap, man. Like, I would love to see Chris Paul get a Finals championship, But I think he's just going to be one of them guys that gets there and doesn't get the ring, man. There's a few guys that's happened to over the course of the NBA history.
I think we're in a good situation though, because I figure you could say the same thing about Giannis, because like Giannis has never been to the finals either. He's had some really great seasons, number one team the last couple years in a row, but haven't been able to get it there. Now they finally got there, so I mean it's not like Giannis is like
if we're talking true superstars though, true superstars that play like superstars, Giannis is the only one left. Chris Paul is as great as he is. He's not gonna put the Suns on his back and drop 30, 40 points and win this series or win a couple games in this series. We potentially could see that from Giannis. We could see some triple doubles from Giannis. That wouldn't take me by surprise. And then Devin Booker, man, I know some people have compared him to some of the greats. I'm not even going to mention their names in the same sentence because that's not my brand. But if he's going to step up, this is the time for it. If he's going to make those comparisons seem somewhat realistic.
I just want to say that Chris Paul is looking like Gary Payton. He's going to be one of those. He's going to look for the Lakers. He's not going to win one with these Suns. These Suns aren't Kobe and Shaq. Still not there. And now you're talking about the big threes. Whose big three is better? The Bucks or the Suns? Is Chris Paul really a big three this late in his career?
Y'all are so fucking terrible, man. Y'all are some casual ass fans, man. Talking about some big threes.
Here we go.
Talking about some I want triple doubles. Y'all some casuals, man. Talking about I want big threes and triple doubles. How about what I want? And first of all, Chris Paul is a superstar. So that's the funny thing about it, man. All of a sudden, right, Chris Paul's been a superstar, man. He just hasn't been able to take his team to the next level. And we know damn well that if it wasn't for injuries, he would have already been in the finals because he was going to beat Golden State and them before all them injuries took place. So he had his chance. He's in there now. So Chris Paul is a superstar, dog. And then all of a sudden, Devin Booker just skips the line and he's now the superstar on the Suns. Now, Devin Booker's been a rising star, but now he's been taught how to win. Just like LeBron had to get taught how to win with D-Wade.
Oh, come on. LeBron was winning before D-Wade. LeBron went all the way to the championship before D-Wade was ever in the picture. But I get what you're saying. And, I think that Chris Paul has played a pivotal role in Devin Booker's development. Y'all remember, I was calling him a Chris Paul for MVP. And a lot of people looking at me like I was crazy when I said that. But look, lo and behold, the man is in the championship. And without him, the Suns, in my opinion, they're probably a first or second round exit, right? So Chris Paul is enough to elevate the team. I think that
they looked all right when he was hurt. They looked all right when he was hurt.
He missed some games. No doubt.
Yeah, they looked all right when he was hurt because they
didn't look all right last year. And I sometimes with Chris Paul,
they looked all right in the bubble. They got hot for a second.
Yeah, but they didn't make the playoffs. But I look at a guy like Chris Paul, and sometimes I just wonder what could have been because a lot of his legacy is defined by the fact that he never got it done. He never got the big one. But I mean, let's not forget they had to veto the trade to send him with Kobe Bean, bro. They would have sent him with the Mamba. You never know what would have happened, man. You really never know. So I think Chris Paul never really played with elite players, man. And now you get him a couple guys that are, Devin Booker's near elite, DeAndre Ayton's ascending, and you see what Chris Paul can do.
But you said Bucks and 6, right?
I'm not saying.
No, I would probably say 7. I'd probably say 7 if I go. I'm going Bucks, but I'd probably say 7. It wouldn't surprise me either way, though. Like this is one of those series where I think another thing I'll say is I think these are the two best teams in the NBA. No matter what anybody wants to say about how the season unfolded, I feel like the Bucks have proven over the last 3 seasons they've been an elite team in the NBA. And then the Suns added Chris Paul, raised their level of play, raised their young guys' level of play. To me, these are no question the two best teams in the NBA.
Even with all the injuries, there's no question.
No
question, bro.
Without injuries,
I think the Nets would have been there.
The Lakers are the better team.
Yeah, the Suns don't even get past the Lakers if AD doesn't go down.
Like, yeah. I want to.
You know that, Bryce. You know that.
Nah.
Maybe.
I'm not. I never been.
Not as a question.
Maybe.
Not as a maybe though.
This to me, like I watched the season closely this year. The Lakers were never caught their stride. You can blame it on injuries, you can blame it on chemistry, cohesion, whatever. They never caught their stride. And you guys know how I felt about Nets. I thought if the Nets were healthy, they were gonna breeze through. But at no point in time did the Nets were they able really to string the type of winning streak we saw from like a big three like the Heat. You know what I mean? We never saw that type of dominance from the Nets. You know, we saw potential what they could have been. We never saw dominance. These two teams that are playing right now, the Bucks, they showed dominance over the past 3 seasons. If you add their record up over the past 3 seasons, I'd be willing to bet they got the best record in the NBA over the last 3 seasons. Add them up. I'm not sure. I didn't check the stats. And then the Suns this season, they were the top team in the West. I mean, the Jazz might have beat them about 1 or 2 games, but the Suns for the majority of the year were the top team in the West, and that was almost out of nowhere. So, like, you're looking at 2 of the most dominant teams, you know, one over a sustained period of time, and one was the most dominant team over the season. So, you got to give them respect for getting here.
So you're telling me Chris Paul took the Suns from below average to the best team, or to one of the top 2 teams in the league?
Bro, yes. I say Chris Paul MVP regardless of the stats, bro. You know how I feel about what he did this year, bro. I wanted him to win. I still think he should have won MVP.
I mean, because look at that Thunder team that he was on last year, right? Did he not lead them to the playoffs? And I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they made it to the second round of the playoffs. They had a nice little playoff. They had a nice little run. Now that team is what, top 5 in the lottery this year? Like, come on, man. Like, give some respect to Chris Paul. He's in there. He's gonna make it happen. Barring an injury, Chris Paul will be the Finals MVP, and they will be champions.
I don't see Giannis letting that happen. I don't see Giannis letting that happen.
I think Giannis
Bucks in 5.
Right, because this is legacy building for Giannis, bro. If Giannis gets this chip, bro, look at his resume. If he gets this championship and comes out with Finals MVP, how many MVPs does he have? Is it 1 or is it 2?
2.
2 MVPs. Does he have a? I don't think he has a defensive player of the year.
Yes, he does. Last year.
Okay, so 2 MVPs, a defensive player of the year. If you add on a Finals championship and a Finals MVP, bro, you have vaulted yourself into all-time talk, bro. Like, this is. Don't get me wrong. Chris Paul wins this chip, and you have to start talking about him top 5 point guards. But if Giannis wins this chip, you have to start talking about him best player in the league, bro. Because like that's what a championship does for you. You see what it did for Kawhi and what his narrative changed.
Yeah, I think win or lose, you have to put Giannis in that conversation. But I don't think he's gonna win it.
Nah, I don't know about that, man. I think Giannis has this in the bag, bro. I think y'all are right about him being potentially one of the best players in the league, if not the best player in the league. And I think that's why he's gonna cement it with this Finals, bro. Like, he's shaking up with the leg. I think Chris Paul and them get this 1 win. I think G's bugging with the broom. I'm gonna give Chris Paul more respect than that. But I mean, I think the best thing that we're gonna get from CP3 in this Finals are these State Farm commercials, bro.
Wow.
He said the State Farm commercial of multiverse. Chris Paul's the champion.
So G, you said that the Suns aren't going to win any games, and then Rome, you said they're only going to win 1
tonight. I got them tonight.
So they're not going to win more than 2 games, G or Rome. That's what you said. Both saying.
No way. This doesn't go 6.
Wow, Rome talking about 4 or 5. That's how you feel?
Yeah, this
that's crazy,
6, man. Giannis,
I could see the Suns beating them in 6. Actually, I could see the Suns beating them in 6. That's how I see it.
So you got Suns in 6? Because you said Suns in 7. So am I getting you Suns in 6 now?
I got Suns either way. Y'all got Suns out by next week. So either way, I do
got them out by next week.
I'm taking the bold take here either way. 6 or 7, either way, I got Suns.
The difference between the Suns and the Bucks right now, and Scruff, you know how much I value this, is being battle tested, bro. Like, the Suns, don't get me wrong, I like the Suns, but who has real playoff experience besides Chris Paul? I mean, Jay Crowder? He's not one of the top guys on the team. He's not one of the top guns on the squad. I mean, the guys you're relying on the most, they don't have that experience yet, and I think you got to gain that. The Bucks have been battle tested at this point. They've been in and out the trenches, man. Like, they know what time it is. They know who to go to when to go to them. There's no question on who gets the ball when. And I think that's going to do them a lot of justice in this series.
They've been in trenches, but they've never been in this trench, my friend. This is the NBA Finals. This is new territory for everybody.
No, because didn't Brook Lopez not win a championship? I'm not thinking about the other Lopez.
I don't know. Neither of Lopez.
I don't remember either of them winning chips, to be honest. So
I thought one of them won it with the Raptors. I just can't remember who.
No.
If it was Robin, then he was deep on that bench. I don't even remember him being there.
I don't think Robin got a chip. But Robin was on the Suns. It would have been crazy if the Lopez twins was going against each other. Now, that would have been interesting.
I guess.
But even now, look at how the game is playing now. And the Suns can't build longer than a 4-point lead.
Nah, facts, bro. And this type of game lends itself to the Bucks, if you ask me. Like, this is a Bucks type of pace right here.
And on top of that, this is a Bucks team without Giannis on the floor. And the Suns only have a 4-point lead or 3 at this point.
No, he's playing.
He's not on the floor right now. He's literally not on the floor.
Yeah, he's on the court or the bench right now.
He's on the bench, and the Suns can't pick up can't give him like a 10 or 9-point lead. That's why I can't see the Suns winning this series at all, winning one game at all. Because if you can't beat them without Giannis, or at least blow them out without Giannis, what is it going to do when Giannis does come play? And he's not so much of a distracting player.
I'm not buying that because
if the Suns can't get this game, it might be 4. If the Suns can't get this one, it really might be 4.
They're gonna get dogged out.
I don't think 4, bro. Suns got too many wins this year to get swept, but 6 I could see.
I think they get this one, but they got to fight, man.
These teams are close, man. These teams are not that far apart. I think the thing that separates them is experience, bro. This team, the Bucks have cohesion. It's not just experience like how many years has a guy played. It's experience of playing with each other. That's what matters. To me, that matters more about individual experience. It's how long have these guys been on the same squad balling together? Because when you have experience with each other, like everybody watching probably plays pickup ball, right? If you play pickup ball with the same dudes all the time, when it's game point, you know who you're going to. You know what I'm saying? When the other team got a good ball handler, you know who you're putting on them to strap them up. Like, it's little things like that when you played for a long time together, y'all just know what to do in these certain situations. And I don't know if the Suns got that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I heard some quotes from players. I mean, I'm not the one to quote Kyle Kuzma, but he said, quoting of the series against the Suns, he said, man, what was the difference between them and the Lakers? They said, they just had way more chemistry than us. What does that mean, bro? They had a lot of time to get their squad together. They've been running all season. Man, I mean, you could say the Bucks been together for a couple of years now, but I mean, the core, Drew Holiday just got added, a couple pieces are new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the core do, but they ain't never been this far, so they could choke just like anybody else.
They've been around before this, though. Like, they've been in the conference finals. You know what I mean? So it's like they almost got to taste this. They know what they did wrong the last time they almost got this far. Like, you know what I mean? That you can't discount those type of things, man.
Yeah, I think we're underplaying that, honestly. Giannis stayed in Milwaukee for a reason. I think that man is on a mission, man. I think he's on a mission. I think once he gets all the way back from this knee injury, we're going to see something special. Bryce was already alluding to it in the pre-show and right when we got on, man. I think it's going to be the Giannis show.
I think Giannis needs to get out of his head because he has 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 8 points right now. With 3 points down. This dude's
and
about to go nuts.
100%.
That boy serious. That boy serious, bro. Hey, I don't know if y'all peeped, though, the first time he got to the free throw line, the whole crowd just counting while he's at the line. They counted like 13 seconds, bro. My man was still taking his time with the free throw. It's just hilarious to me.
So is this like the passing of the torch for LeBron James now?
No.
Where like he's not so much of a guarantee for conference for finals appearance?
It's less of a passing and more of a drop-in.
Well, like he's definitely not guaranteed to be in the finals. You got that right. But is it a passing of the torch? It's not a touch of clear passing of the torch to me. And I just started a rewatch. This is Game of Thrones all over again, man. We got 5-6 claims at the throne, bro. That's the only way I see it, bro. We got brothers going against each other, man. It's different.
I say this right when I'm trying to clarify my statement from what I just said. What I'm trying to say is, you know how we all said LeBron James, he's a guaranteed finals appearance the last 7 years.
Right.
Are we going to be saying that about? That's what I'm saying. The past 7 years. Are we going to start saying that about Giannis now?
No.
Gee, you might be on to something, my boy. Because
that's what I'm asking. Go ahead, Bryce. Go ahead.
Only thing I feel where you coming from with that, because it's not like Giannis been going on little runs, bro. He made the conference finals. Like maybe he's knocking on the door. Maybe he's got enough now to where he figured out the formula. I do still think though, for Giannis to be consistently in there year after year, he got to have a better second fiddle, man. Like, I like Chris Middleton. I do like Chris Middleton a lot. You know what I mean? He's the type of guy, I'd take him on my squad. But, like, I don't know, bro. Chris Middleton as your second best player, like, you know, Giannis needs his D Wade. Giannis needs his AD. Like, Chris Middleton is like, it's impressive that he's doing it with Chris Middleton, to be honest.
I think Chris Middleton gets a little bit disrespected because he's actually a pretty good player. Like, he's not the sexiest household name out there, man. He's not going to be your biggest jersey seller, but that dude, he works hard, man. He shows up. He's clearly to me, you talk about, you know, who's the guy when the clutch is. It's clearly Chris Middleton. So, like, I mean, he's shown me a lot in this run, I'd say.
So I got a question.
Chris Middleton,
he
disappears in the big moments, bro. I don't know.
Yo, y'all are bugging. Giannis is not a lock to the finals, man. And there's one man that's going to be in his way for a while, and that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on, like the net. Y'all were talking all this chemistry. Let's talk about a team that didn't have very much chemistry this season. The Nets. They're going to get better with chemistry. Kyrie is going to come back. Harden's going to be in shape, man. Come on, like Giannis is not a lock. He's got to get it now. He knows that. That's why I'm saying Bucks in 5. Like it's now or never, or not never, but it's now or who knows your next best shot, man. Because he's got some competition out there. He's nowhere near a lock for the finals every season.
Yeah, I agree with
I got a question. If you're the Bucks, do you trade for Damian Lillard?
Why would you do that, Larry? Stop asking questions, man.
He said, all Sixers fans are, yo, we want Damian. Y'all can't have him if we want him.
Why would they shake up the entire roster? They're clearly doing great with. They're in the finals.
Nah, because Drew Holiday's in the Drew Holiday we thought he should have been.
Hey, Drew Holiday looked pretty good to me.
Drew Holiday is just enough for the Bucks, man. Like that was a big move for the Bucks. When I first saw it, I loved the move, and you know I like it even more now.
But if Drew Holiday, is he enough for the Brooklyn Nets?
What do you mean?
Yeah, nobody's stopping Kyrie, Harden, and KD.
I'm saying
the only thing that's stopping them is them.
It's themselves, exactly, and that's enough.
They stopped themselves this season. That's just what it is.
So would a Giannis and Damian Lillard combination not hold up against that?
Bro, you're talking the crazy talk.
Yes, absolutely. A Giannis and Damian Lillard conversation. Giannis and Damian Lillard, bro, they going head to head with they beating the Nets, bro. Tripping.
Of course.
Damian Lillard, Giannis. If they got to keep Chris Middleton though, and they keep Chris Middleton, that's it right there. That's it.
I don't like this KD disrespect, man. I don't think it's competition. I don't think it's a guarantee, bro. Like KD ain't going out. Like you're not just doing away with Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, bro. Like I like the idea of Giannis and Dame Lillard, but it doesn't scare me if I'm the Nets.
It doesn't scare you.
KD couldn't beat these boys, bro. Like
he almost did. He almost did by himself. You don't think he could do it with Kyrie and Harden and a little more cohesion? I like the Nets, bro. I think KD. If we were talking claims to the throne, if anyone's going to make a real run at that, is Durant.
I think KD's got a good shot. That's why I agree with Rome on the whole Giannis running through the East thing for the next 7 to 10 years. Because I see what y'all saying. He's got that same look in his eyes that LeBron did when he first started, making those repeat finals appearances. But hey, LeBron was in the East with whole bunch of scrubs mostly. And KD and company, pretty solid team. There's some good teams in the East, the Sixers included. They got some things to work out, but hey, I know for a fact that the Nets are
included, my boy.
If we're talking about the next 5 years,
Sixers are not included, bro. Sixers sold separately, boy. Sixers sold separately. Stop.
If we're talking about the next 5 years, bro, like the Bucks making it this year, okay. But I might say they might be lucky to make it again in the next 5 years again. Because with the Nets and the Sixers, there's going to be some tough roads in the playoffs, bro. I think that if we're talking about the next 5 years, the Nets are going to be in there at least in the next 3 out of the 5.
Hey, what did Magic Johnson say that time? I ain't gonna be here. That's how I feel about the Sixers. They ain't gonna be here, bro. They ain't gonna be here, my boy. It's not happening, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, but
I like the Sixers, bro. I like some of their pieces. They ain't gonna be here though, bro.
I'll say this about Giannis though. On a positive note for Giannis, right now he's in the finals. KD's not. So kind of back to Bryce's point, Giannis right now is the guy that KD has to get past. We could say that about Giannis because we're kind of saying, in the future Giannis is gonna have to get by KD and vice versa. But right now Giannis definitely has one up on KD. And I think Giannis is gonna get that chip this season. I think it's over. I'm gonna say it again, Bucks and 5.
Hey, Young and Ty making a good point, bro. It is kind of weird how LeBron went to the West. Everybody still thought that East looked real nice now. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's looking at that East. Like, hold up. I don't know. LeBron definitely. Okay, we can say what we want, bro. Like about who's the best right now, but I think LeBron still moves the needle the most when it comes to like just the ripple effect in the league, bro. Like people are reacting based off what LeBron does, bro. That's still the case. So. Maybe he is still the king, bro. The more I think about it, like I'm not trying to say like I don't know if he's still the best, but he might still be the greatest. Like
if we're
I don't
being
know.
all the way honest, LeBron gets the title king not even just for his performance on the court. It's for his impact off the court, all of it, man. Like you said, LeBron moves and the whole league moves. Um, that's really why he's quote unquote the king. But to hold that title, man, you got to get it done on the court. Otherwise,
He
it ain't
moved.
gonna work.
Past tense, moved.
I can see Giannis making it next year, and LeBron making it next year, and then it's like then we really talking about who's on the throne now.
The only way LeBron makes it is if they shake up that roster, bro.
No. LeBron, they just want to chill with that same roster. LeBron can make it with that roster.
They gotta get healthy.
They gotta get healthy.
They gotta add a couple more pieces. But
they gotta play a whole
I heard a
season.
rumor though. I heard a rumor that I liked a lot though. I heard a rumor that the Thunder are they have a trade proposal to send Kemba Walker to the Lakers in exchange for Kyle Kuzma and some draft picks.
I saw that. I wasn't sure if that was fake news. I saw it from a real funny style looking account. But if that does happen,
that's a Lakers
I don't think that's the move that LeBron really needs, bro. I don't think that's the move because you know why? Because Kemba Walker, the reason he didn't work out in Boston is because Kemba Walker is a ball dominant guard, bro. Like Kemba Walker
he has the bad knee.
All right, that's true. But he can get buckets, but he's not a quick starter like Kyrie. Kyrie can take the ball all game, but Kyrie is also a quick starter. He can just boom boom get a couple buckets real quick. Kemba's like get him in multiple pick and rolls, get him going, get him in his spots throughout the game, and then at the end of the game he might have 35. But like I don't see him being that like quick starter like that, coming off screens, knocking down threes. Like LeBron is a guy like that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily the role he would play, but I also think that LeBron is a little bit of a different player than he was years ago. And I think more and more we see like what the longevity and what the health means. I think him taking less of a point guard role, bringing in a guy like Kemba Walker can now run the offense, giving LeBron a little bit more time. They got enough guys to run around screens and shoot the ball, in my opinion. So I think it'd be a good move.
I don't know. I just never really liked what I saw, and I love Kemba in Charlotte, but I never liked what I saw to Kemba in Boston. Like I just never. But then again, I didn't really like what I saw to Kyrie in Boston. The only little guard I ever liked in Boston was Isaiah Thomas. So maybe it's a Boston thing, and it's not a Kemba thing. But I don't know. I just don't. I'm just Kemba guys show me something. But if you can't do it with LeBron, you ain't doing it with nobody.
To me, if you had a rough go one team, I think you get the benefit of the doubt, at least in my book.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Lakers get Dame, it's a wrap.
It's over.
I also heard that Russell Westbrook's positioning himself to try to get to the Lakers. I know we would probably get a terrible deal in return, but if he did go play with LeBron, that would be interesting. That would be like a 6'8" LeBron and a 6'3" LeBron on the same team.
That'd be kind of weird.
How do you feel about the Russell Westbrook experiment, man, as the resident Wizards fan?
Bro, I like it personally, bro. Like, I've enjoyed it. I see Russ for what he is, and I think Russ is an all-time great. Like especially watching him the entire year this season, I truly see what he brings to the table, man. Russell Westbrook's the type of guy that's going to raise the level of play of everybody around him. And he's legit, bro. Like I enjoyed it. I want him back next year. I want to run it back. Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, run it back. If you ask me, we'll see what they do.
You gotta get a better bench.
Much better.
Yeah, I need a way deeper bench. Somewhat better.
Bro, who is Bradley, bro? Like, who? This guy keeps talking about Bradley in the comments. Who is Bradley?
Talking about Bradley Beal, probably.
Beal, bro.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm like Avery Bradley. Like, who are you talking about, bro? Who Bradley? Is Brad Beal made first name only status, bro? Bradley?
Yeah.
Talking about the whole thing too, Bradley. Huh?
Think about it.
Bradley.
The last 2 years, he's been averaging what, over 33 points a game?
Oh no, he's been putting on a tear, man. He's definitely been putting on a tear. That's the number one guy, like Westbrook, whatever. But like, as anybody that knows anybody, I'll say I'd love to see Bradley Beal on another team. But hey, wishful thinking.
Hell yeah, man! Get Bradley Beal. Save Bradley Beal from the Wizards.
Yeah, I'd love to see Brad. Now that I know who you're talking about, yeah, I'd love to see Bradley Beal on the Mavs.
Bradley Beal ain't going nowhere, man. Bradley Beal staying put. We need Bradley.
Bradley Beal, if you need saving, wink 3 times in your next interview, and we'll come save you.
Wink 3 times.
No, don't do us like that, bro. All we need is a couple of pieces around Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook and a legitimate coach because Scott
couple pieces.
Not it.
What's a couple of pieces? What is a
10-piece? A 10-piece?
Nah, more like a 2-piece. We need a 3-and-D guy. If we just had a legit 3-and-D guy and maybe one more ball handler, like one more like point forward type, maybe then he can develop into that. You know what I mean? But we also another one of those teams that we could never catch our stride as far as chemistry went. Like Russell Westbrook had a torn quad for over half the season. Like I think they said it was like grade 2. It was pretty bad. And then Bradley Beal was in and out the lineup at times. You know, he got hurt a couple times. Denny Avdia missed the entire season, missed a good portion of the season once he got hurt. I mean, you know, we come back, we get a little chemistry, bro. I wouldn't be surprised to see us in that top 4 seed range of the East. I mean, it's very possible. If you look at how we played after the All-Star break, we had one of the best records in the NBA from All-Star break on. So that's just a fact. I mean, if we would have played like that all season.
Right, y'all was right there with the Knicks.
Y'all telling me you're going to knock off the Knicks and get the Hawks out of 5th place?
Bro, I'm not worried about the Knicks or the Hawks, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about the Knicks at all.
The teams I'm worried about is like, I mean, we just couldn't beat a team. That was our problem. If you were a team, if you was out there playing like a team, you was gonna beat us, bro. Like, cause we were just playing like 2 dudes that was nice, you know, that was like at the court by themselves, and it was just like Bradley and Russell. They were both nice, and they ain't see nobody else around. It was just them 2, bro. Like they didn't even look for nobody. It was just like we gonna try to do this on our own, and you can't win in the NBA like that, bro. Unless you're just like the elite of the elite, you're not winning in the league like that no more, man. Those times are long gone, bro. You got to have a team. You got to have cohesion. And Scott Brooks wasn't the coach to provide that at all, bro. He was going to pander to his stars, and that's what he did.
Word, pander.
Nick, you should take some advice from Bryce, man. You see how easy it was to rip the Band-Aids off about his team? Do the same thing about yours, my boy.
I don't know what you're talking about. That man up there sounded very hopeful and been talking about the Wizards like they actually have a chance to win something, but dismiss my team. So I think he's delusional.
I said all you had to do was be a team to beat us. That's like the most disrespectful thing you could say to another team. Like if y'all play like a team, y'all gonna beat us. Like I'm real about my squad. I know what we are, I know what we not. But you on the other hand, Scruff, you're delusional, sir.
I got to see it firsthand, Game 7. But I felt your pain because I was with it. I was with the Sixers. I'm like, they gotta win this one.
But you knew they weren't though. You knew they weren't.
You knew deep down.
You know.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a 60-40. Like, who's gonna win that game?
Bro, you remember how Scruff was angry at me when I told him that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid was never gonna work. He got on the show the week after the game and said, "I'm done with Ben Simmons." I said, "Come on, bro, you done with him, man? Like, you know, all the Sixers land was convinced Ben Simmons was the guy, and now in true Philadelphia fashion, y'all know how I feel about Philly fans. In true Philadelphia fashion, they turned on the ball. Let them be in Washington. We would never have turned on our guy. If you are a guy, you always our guy, man. Y'all turn on.
Y'all are so crazy, man. Y'all want me to? Y'all wanted? Y'all? I gave the people what they wanted, Bryce. This what the fuck you wanted, Bryce. You was trying to put seeds of bad, bad energy into the home that we were trying to build, bro. You've been doing it for years now, bro, and now this shit crumbled. This is what you wanted.
It was my energy that made y'all lose. My energy made Trae Young beat y'all in 6. Yeah, that was my energy, huh? Trae Young had nothing to do with that. That was all my energy. Stop
what you want me to? What you want me to do? Come on the show and say I'll just sit here and defend Ben Simmons, nigga? That shit ain't gonna sell no ratings, nigga.
Hey, look, I ain't mad at the honesty, bro. Like if you was done with him, you was done with him.
Ben Simmons talk. Let's get away from Ben Simmons talk. It's enough. It's been 3 weeks, and it's 4 weeks, and the motherfucker don't play no more.
I don't know. Ben Simmons was at Wimbledon looking like he was enjoying life, though. I don't know if y'all peeped those photos, man. My man said, I'm not worried about this basketball thing. I got a little ting on my arm. I'm not worried about basketball, man.
I didn't see that. So obviously you're more consumed with Ben Simmons than I am. So
I'm a lead guy, man. Shout out to Ben Simmons. I never disliked Ben Simmons. I just said he would never work on the Sixers, and looks like I was right.
Man,
I'm a league guy too, so I'm not checking to see who's courtside at Wimbledon. That's not me being a league guy. Me being a league guy is watching the NBA Finals. That's different.
I mean, I'm doing that too.
Man, much like Philly fans, I'll be happy when we're done talking about Ben Simmons.
The funny thing is, Ben Simmons ain't going nowhere. So Philly fans, just get used to the board, man. Welcome them back with open arms. Open them arms.
Either way. Hey, we still better. We still is good enough to be your team. So that's still happiness for me.
Hey, look, all y'all had to do was play like a team. That's it. I already told you what it was. Like all you had to do was play like a team. He was gonna beat us.
He said we play like JV. They play like a whole team.
That's it, bro. We played like we had 2 guys and only 2 guys, bro. Too sad.
Hey, speaking of 2 guys, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, man. We're gonna talk about 2 girls. Not 2 girls in 1 cup either. We're gonna talk about 2 girls, 2 women actually, 2 women that are actually, they've been thriving in the sports reporting and sports media and landscape. 2 women, Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. But what we've seen is seems to be a woman tearing the other woman down, particularly Rachel Nichols saying something along the lines of Maria Taylor was only chosen to be the reporter for the NBA Finals because it was a minority hire or something along those lines. All right, obviously, she had a lot of backlash. Shoot, Jalen Rose's daughter flamed her up in a video. Pretty much, flamed her up pretty well. But, they took her off now. She made her little public apology and whatever. Now they took her off. They replaced her with Malika Andrews, who's another one of my favorites. Malika's definitely been killing it. So I'm happy to see Malika on the sideline anyway. But what did y'all make of this whole Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor fiasco?
Y'all want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I think it's sad the fact that you no longer have privacy behind closed door to give your honest opinion. It's not like she really bashed her by anything. She just said, yo, I worked harder and you guys gave her this, right? And it's sad that we no longer could just say what we feel about anybody behind closed doors. How many times any of us call our supervisors or boss or something, right? and behind closed doors, but we say it freely because it's just how we feel. And this is where my stance is when it comes to her situation. It was just like eventually it's gonna be to a point that people can never say nothing in front of nobody. And this is where you're gonna have a lot of stressed out coworkers because they're gonna hold things more often than none. And then when something do come out their mouth, it's gonna be crazier. Like she didn't really say nothing offensive because Rachel was just saying, yo, I felt like I did a better job. I'm the better candidate and I didn't get it. So she spoke out. Now, for people to try to roast her on it, I'm like, yo, come on now. Like, let's be better than that. Like, the lady said what she said and felt what she felt. Am I going to judge her for that? It's not like she said anything outlandish. It would have been crazier if she would have said something real racist. And at that point, it's like, all right, shorty out of her goddamn mind. But she didn't. She said something between the lines, and people took it how they wanted. And my thing is just like, so when are we able to say anything behind closed doors? Are we allowed to or we aren't?
I mean, I feel your sentiment.
That's definitely a fair point. I said earlier in the group chat, I felt like Rachel Nicholson deserves her space to be upset about it. And I first of all, I've never been a real fan of Rachel Nichols. She does a great job. It's just never been my like whenever she's hosting, it's never been entertaining for me. So I've never really been a fan. Big fan of Maria Taylor though. But my main
Is it
takeaway
because
from
she
this is
hot?
like, yes and no. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but she does a great job at what we do. She does a great job covering not just the NBA, but the NFL. Honestly, I've seen her a lot on some of the
And
debate
college
shows.
football.
Yeah. I've seen her cover a lot more than I've seen Rachel Nichols, which is part of the reason I'm a bigger fan of Maria Taylor. But yeah, that doesn't hurt either, G. But back to my original point is Rachel Nichols has a big point in what she was saying behind closed doors. One, she didn't realize she was getting recorded or whatever. So that's a whole nother subject. Two, we can't let ESPN off the hook for this. Rachel Nichols' real point is that because ESPN has a horrible track record, now that they want to push Maria Taylor or whatever African American woman they have in the forefront, it's unfair for Rachel Nichols, someone else who's worked hard, to now get pushed behind because ESPN has messed up their what they could have done as far as diversity in the past. So let's not just excuse the executives that make these decisions. You know what I mean? There was also when I read the New York Times article, there was also something about, they told Maria Taylor that they were going to let her host and then take Rachel off, and then they lied about that, had Rachel do like pre-recorded tape-ins and then put it on the show. So it's some shady things going on within the company, and I'm not trying to throw shade at the company or nothing like that. But from what I read in the New York Times article, it's a little bit bigger than just Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. It's some behind the scenes politics that they're both getting caught up on. And I kind of feel like Rachel Nichols is taking the bullet for something that she said in private that she probably shouldn't have said. But she thought she was talking to someone that she could trust, that it wouldn't get to where it got to. But we are where we
Okay.
are, and
So you,
and yeah.
sounds like you're saying that not Maria Taylor. It sounds like you're saying that Rachel Nichols is just a small reflection on a bigger problem within their culture. Correct?
Almost as if she's getting caught up in it on some you know what I mean? Like, oh well, y'all have a terrible track record, and because y'all want to right your wrongs now, you're pushing me to the side. So her feelings aren't necessarily they're not coming from nowhere. ESPN created this mess, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, Rome, and G, I think you made a good point too. But first of all, let me say, if you still watching these ESPN shows, man, you sleep. You need to be tuning in the gas. That's all that really matters at this point. But when I really start examining not just Maria Taylor versus Rachel Nichols as analysts, because if I start looking at them as analysts, to me it's not close who's better. Like, I've seen a whole lot of Rachel Nichols, I've seen a whole lot of Maria Taylor, and I think anybody could be able to easily point to who's the better host, who's the better analyst when it comes to this sports game. It's really not close to me. Maria Taylor's a lot better. So with that being said, this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. I think most people that have watched them would probably agree. Like, Maria Taylor's a lot better. It's really not close. So when I look at the flip side of it and I examine what Rachel Nichols said, a part of what she's saying is taken away from Maria Taylor, and this is why. You're now saying, if you realize or not, you're now saying that the only reason Maria Taylor is getting this job, you're not saying it's because how hard she worked. You're not saying it's because she's as good as she is at her job, but you're basically saying you're getting it because you're black. That's pretty much what you're saying. You're saying you're getting it because you're black. I'm getting demoted because I'm white. Right. And that's just not the case to anybody. That's a good amount of people that are watching objectively. A good amount of people who are just there to be entertained by the sports, by the analysts, think Maria Taylor's a lot better. So where are we with this? And as far as not being able to say things behind closed doors, y'all do remember when Trump said you can just grab him by the, you know what I'm saying? Was that cool? He didn't think nobody could hear him say that, but was that okay? Because the same way Scrub kind of alluded to a small moment like this showing you a larger culture, a small moment like this also shows you the bigger picture about how someone truly feels, right? Because like there's all sorts of people that have been shortchanged opportunities. There's black people that have been shortchanged opportunities. There's white people that have been shortchanged opportunities, male, female, what have you, right? And to just simply blame it on the fact that you are something instead of like pointing at the other person's hard work is simply discrediting, in this case, Maria Taylor. And I don't think that was fair at all for Rachel Nichols to do behind closed doors or in front of the public. It doesn't matter. Either way, it was wrong to me. And I think she's probably realized, where she went wrong, but that's just not right, man. That's just not right. We got to hold everybody to the same standard. Yes, what you do behind closed doors, maybe you're not expecting anyone to see, but like they say, what's behind closed doors always comes to the light, man. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. So just like try to stay solid at all times. You don't got to worry about that. At the end of the day, to me, Rachel Nichols said Maria Taylor's getting these jobs because she's black. And that just discounts all her hard work. And it also discredits the fact that she's better than you at this job.
We should also keep in context who she was talking to, which was apparently LeBron James's management. So it wasn't like she was, talking to some Karens now, like she was talking to a group of people that looked like us, and they weren't disagreeing with her.
But
so they were LeBron James the PR. Let me clarify though, the PR dude you're referring to, Rome, is white.
And let's also keep in context who Rachel Nichols is. Do you know what family she's married into? You know who her mother-in-law is? It's Diane Sawyer, who is literally the queen of ABC. So let's not like sit here and act like Rachel Nichols was just pushed to the front of an ABC-owned network for no reason. Like if you think your mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer, you don't have any favor, you don't have any privilege because of that, you're mistaken. So I'm sorry, Rachel Nichols, your privilege has run out, and it's been taken by somebody who's more talented than you. That is what it is. Like that's a fact of the game. When someone's more talented than you checks in, it's time for you to check out. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Don't try to blame race on that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know.
If this was Doris Burke, I couldn't say this. You feel me? If this was Doris Burke,
nobody being Doris. Ain't nobody
that's what I'm saying. Like, because Doris is legit. So if this was Doris Burke, I couldn't even talk like this because I would be like, yo, she has a point. Like, her talent is up there with Maria Taylor. They equally talented. But like Rachel Nichols just be up there to me. It's kind of dry to me personally. I don't know what
I watch her on the jump and she does her thing.
Yeah, I like her. I like her tone. She has a really good tone.
I think she has a fair argument in this case, but I don't like her as an analyst. Like she's like I see why they want to replace her with Maria Taylor, but I just can't get down with this company, man. They've fumbled this bag, so to speak, where they've had a chance to spotlight African American analysts on multiple occasions, and they very clearly pick and choose who they put in the forefront and when they put them in the forefront. And that's really kind of what her point was. But I think she stepped out of bounds with her comments. So I can't really condone everything she said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Very well said. Which is good transition. Go ahead. Get your last point off, G, before we run off to the next topic.
I fuck with Rachel for the fact that the way she is heard, Richardson, and then what's my other guy that's there with them all the time? Damn, he used to play for Boston. It was
Big Perk.
Big Perk. And like, if she controls that whole, like when I mean control, like she stands alone. Like she's just right with both of those big personalities. She's right there with those two guys, and she's not overshadowed by any of those guys. That's what I think Rachel isn't wrong from what she was saying. Like, yo, I'm that good of a person as well as a host. Because compared to her, anybody that's hosting First Take, she's a better host.
I will add to what you're talking about, G. And like Maria Taylor's been on like college football and different platforms. But like if you're an NBA guy, Rachel Nichols, that she's in deep with the NBA. And she's been around the block when it comes to the NBA, so I see the point here. But I mean, Maria Taylor's also hosted the pregame show for ESPN for the whole NBA season. So, Rachel Nichols got some staying. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was a good choice that they made. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. life goes on either way. We will watch the NBA Finals.
As
You
long
know,
as the ladies is getting paid, that's all that matters, right?
yeah. Them ladies is definitely getting paid. So shout out
As long
to
as they get their equal rights paid, man, it'll be all right.
shout out to all of them, man. And I heard some funny business about Jimmy Butler too, but we gonna leave that one off the slander talk. We heard there was some thumping coming from his room though during the bubble. They said he was just dribbling a basketball, but I heard otherwise. But all right, let's get on to our last topic of the evening, man. So I know y'all been keeping up with this this Olympics situation, particularly with the runner Sha'Carri Richardson. I know y'all been following and y'all heard about her testing positive for marijuana, THC in the system. She had got suspended. There's been a lot of ongoing things with this story. She got suspended initially, then they reduced the suspension and then make it so it was just short enough to that she would be able to potentially go and compete. And then now, as of today, they did release the list, and she was not among the names for the relay. I guess you could call it a coach's decision. I don't know if it was a disciplinary decision, but either way, it was the decision that was made. And, we never really got a chance to talk about this because this happened, late in the week last week. So I just really want to hear your opinion on this whole situation because there's a lot of layers to this. I mean, we got the marijuana layer, right? Should they even be testing for it, right? Then you got the question of, okay, whether they're testing for it or not, this is what the rules, this is what she signed up for, right? And then the last layer of it is now that even though she was still in the clear, is it right to put her in that situation? Even though she, I guess you say, didn't follow the rules, right? Does it make sense to not say reward her but just look the other way? There's a lot of questions and, I'm sure y'all got the answers for me. So, Rome, I'm going to start with you, man.
All right. There are a lot of questions, so bear with me. First of all, on the marijuana front, I'm pro marijuana, so I don't have any issues with her smoking weed. I think it's getting legal in a lot of states. I feel like the American view on marijuana is slightly different than maybe the world view. I'm not too sure on how the rest of the world, or at least as far as the Olympic Committee, may view something like athletes smoking marijuana. I don't think that they're silly and view it as some type of performance enhancer, but maybe they view it as some hard drug that we may not see it as here in this country. As far as her not getting to run, originally, like you said, man, she was still supposed to be able to participate in some of the relays and stuff. So this new information this breaking news that just happened tonight, this feels like a slap in the face. It honestly feels like they saw the support that she was gaining, and like most times when our people gain major support from our community, they try to snuff it out. So I'm not too happy that she's not getting a race. Like you said, Scruff, this all kind of broke a little bit before we started the show, so I'm still trying to process how exactly I feel about it. But if I'm being honest, I'm pretty upset.
Pretty upset. Okay. Good answer. G, what you think about this whole situation, bro?
For someone for us that we commentate on athletes, right? And we always get on top of the pros when they get caught doing something they're not supposed to do because they know it's on the ban list, right? We always say, yo, stay off the such and such drugs, right? Should we not do this to her as well? Treat her the same way? She knew what she couldn't do. I mean, by all means, this girl's a wonderful person, right? We're not judging her character, but what we are judging is her ability to make the proper judgment of what to do and what not to do. And this is a point that we just gotta say that she failed. She failed as an athlete. The one thing she's told, the couple of things she told not to do, she decided to do one of those. And do we reward her for not listening to the rules? Just like what Rome said, I'm a big advocate of marijuana. I agree that it should be legalized on the federal level so everybody could enjoy that shit just as much as we enjoy alcohol. You see, alcohol kills more people than marijuana does, right? But at this point, it's up to the Olympic Committee to get this fixed together. Because even then, look at Phillips, the swimmer. When he won, he got caught with a bong. And he was the greatest Olympic winner. And got caught with a picture with him in the bong, and he got suspended. And then look at that. Like, didn't she see this coming eventually? If she knew that she was gonna be smoking weed, at least I get some fake piss, cover it up a
The
little bit.
thing, the thing is, and I don't want
Because
to.
we all do this. I'm not gonna say I did it for my new job or my
That's what I would have
previous
did.
job, but if you're gonna do something, do it
Hey,
with a plan B in mind. Because if
hey.
not, when you do
I'll
get
let
caught,
y'all. I'll let y'all rock with it, but from what I understand, she was grieving, which is why she smoked when she smoked. I believe she had just lost her mom or some type of issue or situation with that. So I couldn't imagine that type of situation because I know you gotta think you've been training for the Olympics your whole life. You're not about to just blow it like no pun intended, blow it away. You know what I mean? Like you're not about to just smoke something like that away. So I think it was a little deeper than I think her reasons behind smoking at that particular moment in time. Because, like you said, when you're gonna get tested. I think it was a little deeper than that, or from what I heard, at least what I read.
but it
I
goes
can
back to what
speak.
I'm saying. You know your rules, and you know the regulations, right? We all sit here and criticize all these other pros when they get caught doing what they're not supposed to. And when shit hit the fan, shit hit the fan for her, and she can't run now. We're supposed to be here and applaud her and be like, well, she's the number one, yada yada yada. But in reality, she did something she was not supposed to. So now, what lessons are we giving to the children now? You can get away with it if people support you.
Yeah,
Like, is
it's not
that
a
what
good
we're really
message.
gonna sit here? Is that what we're
Yeah,
really gonna sit here and say now? Like, kids, as long as the world loves you, you could do whatever you want. Like, look at Johnny Manziel. The world loved him. He did whatever he want. We got tired of it, and then now look at him now. Can't
Hey,
even
he's
find a
still
new
good,
pose.
but he's still good. I think that man is still happy. He looked like he's living
But
his best life.
but yo, G, you make a good point. But I think that is a part of the world, though. Like I do think if the world loves you, you kind of do get to do whatever you want. And I don't think that's fair, but I think that's a part of it, And I don't think that I don't know. My guess is this: like Sha'Carri, like you said, G, she's clearly a great person, man. She's got a great spirit about her, great energy. You can tell that in her interviews. You can tell that she's genuine. You can tell that she lays it all on the line and that she's just authentic. I love that about her. But if I had to guess, I'd say she probably smokes all the time, bro. Like I'm not buying the. I'm just giving the buck from my perspective. I'm not buying the only reason she smoked it was because of the tragedy. Maybe it did lend her to hit a couple extra ones. But like I look at it like this: like if you're running as much as she runs, everybody's had to pass a test before. You know what I mean? Everybody's had to pee before. That stuff gets out of your system pretty quick. Unless they went and got her hair, you know what I mean? As much as she's running, as much as she's sweating, bro. If it was a pee test, it would have been out of her system. Unless she be chiefing, you know what I mean? And if that's the case, she probably looked at it. She might have looked at it like, okay, I take these tests all the time. I always pass them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be
right.
fine because chances are she knew it was coming. You know what I mean? And like, I also just based off seeing her, I don't think she's like. I'm not gonna judge her responsibility because I don't know her like that. So I'm not ready to call her irresponsible. You know what I mean? But I am more ready to say maybe she's passed these tests before and it's never been an issue because she runs so much, she sweats so much, her metabolism's so crazy. The stuff's running through her body, so she's always good. So this is not something that she expected to be tripped up by. You know what I mean? But I also think it's not. I don't think it's totally fair when people like start questioning her. Oh, well, how responsible is she if she did this knowing she had a test? But what if she always has tests and she always passes them and she always does this? Like, you know what I mean? Then you can't really bring her responsibility into question because she's always good. She's always passed it. She's always been all right. So I just think it's super layered, man. I'm not ready to make any judgments about anybody's character because of one failed marijuana test. Like to me, that's a nothing to me. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I also understand the side of the United States Olympic Committee. I think it's kind of messed up that it's not like the Olympics itself, the organizing body of the Olympics saying she can't run. It's the United States saying she can't run. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, do y'all want to beat Jamaica or not? Like, clearly not. Y'all ain't trying to beat Jamaica. Y'all not serious. If it was me running the committee, we try to beat Jamaica, man. Get out there and run. And with all that said, the most impressive thing is that she was dusting these girls with the weed lungs, bro. Imagine she wasn't smoking.
The long nails.
She was
like,
dusting them with
she
the
did
weed
Thug
lungs, bro.
Bizzle.
Are you serious? Hey, bro,
Yeah.
she's setting records with the weed lungs, bro. Just imagine she wasn't on that, dog. Imagine if her lungs was all the way pink. She'd be definitely even worse, bro. Like, it's impressive if you ask me, man. Shout out to Sha'Carri, man. I love her. I love her.
She breaking world records off the Zaza.
Hey, you know they about to come out with a strand. They about to come out with that new strand.
She gonna be on the
back.
They
gonna have to. They might, bro. They might.
Sha'Carri runts.
They might, bro. They really might.
She's not gonna be on your weeds box, but she's gonna be in your local dispensaries.
She's gonna be on the weedies box.
The Wheaties.
That's Sha'Carri Kush.
Oh man.
Now, I feel like the way they handled it was the right way to do it, bro. Because, like, you know, I feel like she shouldn't have been eliminated from contention from marijuana. So it was like, all right, you finessed. It was a win-win. It's like, she's able to compete, but we decided that we're not going to choose her to compete for whatever reason, whatever the principle you state. But I agree with you, Bryce. She probably was smoking. That's probably. I know that's not the first time that she's smoking, and I hope nobody take this the wrong way. But I think the mom thing was a little bit of an excuse, you know.
And I don't think that's an excuse she made. I think that's an excuse people kind of attributed to her because of the time. And another thing is, like, this also reveals so much hypocrisy to me in the Olympic Committee, because, like, what are the priorities of the Olympic Committee? Because that weird ass doctor, I think his name was like Nasser or something, that was raping the gymnast for 20 years. And it took them 20 years to catch this dude. But they catch you with a piss test instantly. You know what I mean? Like, what are the priorities of these Olympic committees, man? It's off, bro. It's off. Like, it's really off. So I don't know. Like, the more and more I think about it, the worse and worse it becomes. But at the same time, I do understand the notion of, like, there are rules, you must abide by them. But I'm not ready to say because she missed out, she broke this one rule, that she's not a responsible person. Her responsibility comes into question, because people pass these tests every day, B. You can sweat that shit out and be fine. As much as she's running, that's probably what she expected. That's probably what she's done before. Like, that's just my guess. That's my logical guess. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, I hear that. Any parting shots, fellas, on this or anything else?
Mama, get yourself someone with a fake piss. Get yourself somebody that can pee for you, mama. I know you know somebody, because we all know somebody. You got a neighbor. I got a neighbor.
Yeah. You know?
I had a homie one time that used some fake piss, and the girl was pregnant. Got him caught up.
Fellas, do not.
He got caught.
Females,
they knew it wasn't a dude's piss.
Oh no, you gotta. I will admit.
Is that how she found out she was pregnant?
Nah, I don't remember. This is mad years ago. This is mad years ago. But, like, just make sure if you're using some fake piss or using somebody else's piss, using the same gender. I would shoot for around the same age range too. You know what I mean? Just watch out for the little things that could trip you up in using somebody else's piss, man.
Yes, fellas, same genders, because females release
or just stay clean
in the piss.
Yeah, I'm not gonna advocate for fake piss. They're legalizing it in many places, so hopefully you live there and you can do what you need to do. You know.
Nah, I don't recommend the fake piss. But if you're listening, if anybody's listening out there that needs to beat a drug test, go and get a Whiz kit. I've had one for years. I actually just bought a new one, but I don't even need it anymore because now they don't even test for marijuana anymore. But Whiz kit will save your life, bro. All you need is to have one friend that does not smoke, and you will be good. Get it? You put it in there. It's got a little heating pad on there. You drop it out. You're good, and nobody's gonna pat you down or nothing unless you're going with the states. You know, that's a little bit different.
Y'all never tried the nobody ever had the niacin?
Yeah, I tried
that before.
That was when I was like 18. Now I'm just clean. I'm just clean all around. For anybody watching, I'm clean. But there was a time, back in my younger days, man. Them niacin pills gonna keep you up all night though. Them things gonna have your body burning. You gonna feel like your skin turning inside out.
Yeah, nah.
It's funny we're talking about piss tests, man. I've honestly never had to take a piss test. Well, I've had to take one piss test. And I'm not gonna talk about that one on air at all. I'll tell you about that one off air. No, that's an off air.
Behind closed doors. You never know. You can't talk behind closed doors no more, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to get Rachel Nichols out here.
Oh shit. Tough sauce.
Crazy. Nah, we ain't like that, man. We ain't gonna out you like that, bro. We all down for the gang, man. We ain't about to do you like that, bro. We ain't about to do you like that, man. Well, it's been another great show, fellas. Any last words before we sign off for the people?
Damn, people, I think it's true or wrong. So this shit going to 5. Fuck.
Still plenty of
it's
time
gonna
left.
5.
Plenty of
The
time
Suns are
left.
gonna win the series, bro. The Suns gonna win this series, bro. They gonna win this game, and they're gonna win the series, bro. Y'all gonna be looking real stupid next week when they're Bucks in 5.
Plenty of time left, man.
Bucks in 5, man.
Don't speak too soon, fellas. There's a lot of basketball.
I think I got the week off next week. I got the week off next week. By the time I'm back, this series is a wrap. So I'm not. We'll be talking about something else.
Nah, the good thing is by next week, both of y'all takes will be completely outdated. They're gonna be so wrong. We're gonna be able to judge your wrongness. Feel me?
By next week, T's gonna grow a whole full set of hair from the way the Bucks went in 4. You gonna let it grow.
if T come back with the Floyd Mayweather shape up, man, that would be pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. My guy Floyd came back with a whole shape up. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but I don't know where these people getting this hair, man. Shit is crazy.
Yo, bro, it's
Dion.
It's 3Gs, baby. I found somebody. I got the plug. Hey, yo, my people that going bald got a fucked up hairline looking like Stephen A. My people's out in DR, 3Gs, baby. A whole new set of hairlines, better than LeBron James.
Can they give you a beard too?
They'll give you a beard and everything, Bobby.
They connecting beards. They connecting beards in South America, bro.
You feel me? Them poppies out there, they got it right now. I got like 2 poppies about to get it. They're crazy. They're like, yo, I'm not bald no more. I'm like, how the fuck you grew hair? He said, the pandemic stress. I grew it after the pandemic. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Is it like hair, or is it just like dots?
No, it's like hair.
Man, you know where they pulling that hair from? The same hair that's done when you're done manscaping, man. Shout out to the sponsor. They're using your manscaped hair to get you right, bro.
Hey man, you gotta spread it out.
Hair be extra thick.
Man.
Nah, I seen some other shit though.
Natural curly hair. Please don't.
Nah, I seen they got some other shit though. They got some other shit though, right? Literally, you could buzz your whole head. And this shit be like, they like tattoo your fucking head.
Yo, I've seen those, bro. Those are not it, bro. Those are
nah.
Doc Rivers got that. Doc Rivers got that. I'm telling y'all.
He might.
Don't they do some?
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks
some
like.
Finger painting.
Like. I know somebody that got it. Man, I know somebody that you know, Bryce, that got it.
They wake up with the same shape up every day of their life.
Yup. But that's on permanent fresh though. Permanent fresh. Think about how much money you save on shape ups.
Yo, no, I'm good, bro. One day, a shorty gonna rub her hand through your head and be like, "Hold up, dog." This is
shit's gonna feel like a buzz. It's gonna be blue.
Skin with the hell? Straight skin,
buzz. It's gonna be the buzz.
Oh, man. I ain't trying to fool nobody like that. When my shit gone, it's gone. We accept it.
Before you get your shape up tattoo, man, you might as well buy you a gas hat, bro. You might as well go ahead, get you a gas hat.
Get you a gas hat, bro. Don't get the fake shape up, bro. Save yourself a couple bands, bro. Gas hat $15, man. New shape up 3 bands. You do the math. Hey, is Scruff frozen or is he just happy? He's frozen. Man, he's
screenshot this right now. I just want to screenshot this.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. Hey, well,
it says
y'all
my
know
connection's unstable.
Hey, you back, bro. You back. That's all that matters, man. Hey, man, another great episode though, fellas. Like, you know, this one goes down in the books, man. This was pretty funny, man. Pretty funny episode. Hey, huge shout out to everybody watching, man, around. As my boy Scruff would say, La La Land. Thank y'all for tuning in. All the gasaholics, man. We keep doing it because y'all keep watching it. Like we say all the time, man. If you're not rocking with Gas Sports for the culture, you're losing at this point. We're everywhere. We're on YouTube. We're on the Gas Sports Network app. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. Man, we everywhere, bro. Soon to be on your smart TV. The app is going to be everywhere. So keep rocking with us. We'll keep rocking with you, man. Scrub, did I miss anything, bro?
Nah, but you can go to GoodAssSports.com/shop. Cover your bald head. You know what I'm saying? $15 gets you right. And you know what I'm saying? You can manscape and put that shit on your head if you got to. Hit G's Mans up. We get a 3-for-1 special here. We can hit up G's hair plugs. We get the gas hat, and we get the manscape for down under. Everybody's happy, man. Everybody's happy.
And don't forget, coming soon, a do-rag, Gas Sports. You heard? Get the waves real wavy. You heard?
Bro, I don't know how or why I didn't do that yet, but we're gonna work on that very soon.
We're gonna get y'all the silkies. You heard? Gas, real wavy out there for the culture.
Real wavy. Super wavy. Yeah, I like it. Well, like you said, man, we are sports for the culture, so we only gonna close out one way, man. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.